Welcome to the Success Pic podcast with me, Nikki Raby. I began this podcast in 2018 and I've produced over 400 episodes with an emphasis on dreaming and doing. But I know there is so much more to building a business and life that you love. It's definitely a work in progress. For the last 25 years, I've built a portfolio career as an actor, personal branding coach, writer, speaker, and podcaster. I love my pick and mix and curating my personal brand. I want to support you to create success on your terms. I've helped over 1,000 people to build a personal brand, and yes, I will be sharing with you business strategies around planning, packaging, presenting, and propelling your personal brand. But there is so much more to my work than that. I'm not interested in formulas, templates, or sleazy pants sales techniques. You know the ones. Instead, how would it feel to do things your way that align with your personality, circumstances, and goals? I'm going to be sharing conversations with some of my favorite people who are creating success on their terms to provide inspiration and encouragement. Also, there will be mini episodes where I take you behind the scenes, sharing how-tos, my coaching toolkit, chats about mindset, money, building momentum, and all through storytelling. After all, my clients have been known to call me the Queen of Analogies. So, thank you in advance for spending some time with me. Feel free to subscribe to be notified of the next episodes and follow across social media at Nikki Raby. You can catch up on previous episodes via my website, nikkiraby.com, and also pick and mix, if you like, from my freebie shop. Right, let's crack on and start today's episode. Hello, it's Nikki. Welcome to part 3. Today I am talking about really noticing whether you are building a full-bodied personal brand. It sounds like some kind of Christmas punch or something like that. Is it full-bodied? Is it full of cinnamon and cardamom and orange zest? But when I'm thinking about my full-bodied personal brand, I go back to what am I doing? Who am I serving? Why am I here? How do I want to do that? What life do I want to lead? All of those big questions. And sometimes the answers to those come when I'm on the school run or when I'm cooking the dinner or something like that. But generally, I like to carve out that time and that space to really notice what is going on. And I could be one of these people for many, many years, certainly in my 20s, where I could just keep being really busy. I could always find something to do. I would never be bored. I would have another idea or I'd get really excited about it. And actually what I needed more in my life was that focused time to almost regroup, to have a sit down and go, right, what am I doing? What's working? What's in? What's out? And what needs to happen next? And the summer for me is usually that time. I have started to really move forward on my goal, which was in the mix maybe about 4 years ago, where I said to myself, I really want, by the time my children are at school, to see if I can take those holidays off. So work really hard like they do in term time, but over the summer have a bit more freedom and flexibility and to be able to go away and travel and also have those downtime days as well where maybe they do go to a holiday camp perhaps for a few days and I can just sit in my dressing gown if I like, or the hammock that I want in our next house in the garden. I've got the whole visualization going on there where I can drink my tea and have a nice day and read some books and not have to be anywhere or do anything. So when I did this exercise over the summer of what does the next version of this full-bodied personal brand look like, I came up with the usual words that I had, where I wanted to be impactful, I wanted to be useful, I wanted to be, or feel rather, that's really hard to say. I wanted to be curious. I wanted to have that element of consistently creating, but also have space to breathe. And also another thing that came up a lot is I want to have a really great, full, excellent, lovely life outside my business as well. I don't want to be always showing up for the gram or thinking, oh wow, that would be a great photo opportunity. Actually, behind the scenes, I want to be really present and quiet and in alignment in the other parts of my life. So when I thought about this picture of the full-bodied personal brand, I knew that I was leaving some elements or some topics or some things that I knew that I wanted to dive into on the table. And so this is why I came up with more of the concept of this pick and mix. I am not somebody in my life who does the same thing day in, day out. And please don't get this wrong that I am some kind of rock and roll, like Mates with Kate Moss, like out every night doing all the different things. No, actually, probably week to week, there is consistency now because my 5-year-old, he goes to school, my 2-year-old, she goes to nursery on certain days, and we have that kind of plan in our life. But I am not somebody yet who goes, I only do this on a Monday, or we always eat this thing on a Wednesday, although we generally do have fish and chips on a Saturday night. And because that's sort of a tradition that started in lockdown and we've just kept it going because, you know, that actually works for us because we all like fish and chips and it's such a treat at the weekend. And yeah, that feels really good. What I'm talking about are those things that are in your week, that are in your calendar, and you would think because they're consistently there, they automatically feel good. But actually, doing it week on week, you have this moment of going, oh, it's really time to switch things up. It's really time to take this in a new direction or to consider why I want to do something in a different way. So I would say that, I guess, I don't want to undersell myself here, but you know when you make something and maybe this is the version of like the soup or the spaghetti bolognese or the thing that sometimes you know that actually should take you 2 hours to cook, but you end up kind of whacking it out in 20 minutes. And the 20-minute version is fine and you're doing all the things that you should and you've cooked everything and you're not giving anybody raw meat or like you've got some nice veg in there and you've got all of the things that you should have. But giving yourself the time and the space and the energy and the commitment to do that full-bodied version, and I guess as well the non-sexy bits, the organisation and the systems and all of that jazz, imagine what that version could be like. It's almost that equivalent of the home-cooked version that has been well thought through, or something you whack in a microwave for a couple of minutes. And again, I am probably that person who is somewhere in between that. This is a spectrum, absolutely. But I know that it's time to really go broader, deeper, wider, and go into that bigger, better version of the full-bodied version. So that's my question for you today, to really consider what you want to have in there. What does that look like? How can you play around in that space of having the full-bodied version? I would love to hear, as always, and thank you for being here. And if you've just gone, what is she on about? Why she changed this name? Why is there an intro? What's going on? I've missed all this. There is part 1 and part 2. Also, all of the mini episodes are up on my website, so you can subscribe here, but also you can check out past episodes over there on nikkiraby.com. Finally, I want to share with you that I am doing my final live version of Jam and Plan Live on the 30th of September. The tickets should now be live. If you want one, grab one. There is limited spots available. Also, this time I have added some new additions with no extra cost to you. This is about really creating that momentum and maintaining it as well. So you will get for the £175, you will get that full CEO day, which is all recorded and will be in your area, your members area, your private login area, the very next day or within 24 hours. Probably quicker if I'm being honest, but I just want to give myself that wiggle room. Also, you get a week of email support with me, one-on-one. We can message every single day if you want for that week following the CEO day. Then there will also be some catch-up sessions where you can come and you can ask me questions, or you can do a bit of live coaching, or you can work stuff out, or you can just have that time and space to say, Nikki, I'm doing it. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do it, but I'm just putting it out there. So you can do all of that. I do hope that you will join me. As I say, it's the last one that I'm doing live, which I know really works for people. How many courses have people bought over the years that they've never completed? They've never touched, they've never looked at, they've never done the work. So if you are somebody that goes, actually, I need a date in my calendar, otherwise this is never going to happen, here is your date. It's the 30th of September, perfect before that final quarter of the year. Do come and join. There are loads of testimonials up on my site. The ticket details are down below. As I say, there's limited spots available because I want to make sure each of the people that sign up do have that one-on-one support with me for as much or as little as they need following the session. So I'm so glad that you're here today. Thank you so much for listening as always. Join me on Jam and Plan. It is a all-day event, 9:30 till 3:30, with a morning break, with an afternoon break, with a lunch break. I know some of you love snacks and food as much as I do, so it's really important that those moments are in. It's all recorded, so even if you can just come to 2 of the sessions, no problem at all. Dip in and out, or be with us all day. And lean on that energy, that collective group energy. Remember, you know that I'm not about fist pumping or high-fiving strangers that you don't want to, or revealing your life story or your medical history. No, this is about you making it work for you. But if you would like to join, I would love to have you there. And I can't wait for it. Literally, it's one of my favorite things to do as part of my portfolio career. It is so successful. You will receive so many beautiful ripple effects. I can't wait to see what that looks like for you. So click the link down below. I'm getting excited about it now. Click the link down below, book your ticket. There is some pre-work in advance so I can see what's going on for you, and I can really understand who is in the room and what they might need. There's now a traffic jam going on outside, so I'm going to go. Thank you so much for being with me. Lots of love, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.